everything's just a little bit slower this year than usual. We had a really wet summer, a late start to the summer as well, so it was really quite cold to start off with. I think all the plants have just taken quite a long time to catch up, and yeah, who knows? This is the perfect time to start sowing seeds. As all your flowers are starting to die back, you can start to save all of the seeds from them. And really saving seeds is great because not only is it free, but you're also using seeds that are used to growing in your environment. So by saving seeds, you do tend to get healthier crops from them. I've had quite a lot of problems with squirrels this year, which is quite unusual for me. I'm right next to the woodlands, as you know, and they just come over. They're coming over, they're stealing my corn on the cobs, they're stealing my sunflowers, and yeah, they're just taking quite a lot this season, and I haven't got to harvest very much. I think people are really interested in the failures. I think it makes people feel like a little bit better about their growing, so I always make sure that whenever I'm posting, I'm always quite honest with that. I'm making sure that I'm posting everything that's gone wrong as well as everything that's gone right. So my site is an organic allotment site, and I use a method which is working with nature as much as possible rather than against it. No-dig gardening is really just about protecting the soil a little bit more. When you don't dig the soil, you're not disturbing all of the microorganisms and the bacteria that soil has worked so hard to generate over months and years. So because I am a no-dig gardener, I use a lot of mulch on top of my beds, and I've just got a new chipper, so I can make my own mulch now, which is really exciting. I'm using all the wood chippings that I just made, and I'm starting to mulch around the plants in this bed underneath my tree. And that's really just to keep some of the moisture in, and all that organic matter will feed the soil. So this is a Turk's turban squash. It's the first time I've ever grown it. And I literally only grew it because I saw someone else grow it on Instagram and I thought it looked wicked. So I got some seeds and I've grown my first one. But yeah, these are very cool. My biggest successes this year have been my strawberries and my squash. So I had a bit of an experiment with some of my CANNA feed, and I did half of the bed with my CANNA feed and half without. And I found that this year that the strawberries with the CANNA feed just went rampant compared to the ones without. So I did notice a massive difference there. Alongside using the Flores on my strawberries, I've also been using the Risotonic on some of my plants that are not getting off to the best start or that might be a little bit sickly. And the Risotonic's great because you can use that as like a foliar spray. So for any plants that maybe are looking a little bit wilted, you can give it a little bit of a spray and it tends to perk up the plants quite a lot, I found. Yeah, so I'm just deadheading all of my flowers. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to stop the plants from going to seed. When they make seed, it's putting all of the energy into creating all the little seeds rather than making nice little flowers. So you do this all summer. So this is so weeding and deadheading are two jobs that you do like all season. And the more you deadhead, the more flowers that you get. So I try and dedicate at least half an hour to deadheading a week. So I'll just go around all my plants every week and just spend half an hour picking off all the spent ones. This space is just lovely to hang out in. I've made sure I've made it to be a space that I can enjoy as well as harvesting food from. So at the moment I'm really concentrating on sowing some more seeds for spring. Once the leaves start dying back, I'll start pruning all the hedges.
and I've also just taken on the plot next door, which I'm really excited about, so I'm doubling my growing space for next year. Whenever I first get a space, I always spend the first few months at least like observing the space, seeing what's growing, seeing what animals are coming in, and just really watching the space itself. I've been watching that space for quite a long time before I had it, so I already know what's growing there. So I've already started doing a lot of pruning, taking the hedges down, and yeah, removing some of the bottom weeds. I think lots of wildflowers, some winding paths, a couple of ponds, lots of shelter for animals. I'm really looking forward to that project. I'm Danni Gallacher,
And I'm BioCANNA.